Look at that, the weather's changing here in Wisconsin. I can't believe that the leaves are already turning. And I can't believe I've been here for as long as I have been here. The Lord just has there's so much going on. Uh, I still am waiting on some of my results from the hospital. I need to do some updates about that. People have been asking about the results. I haven't heard back. A lot of people really asking about the multiple myeloma. And I really want to do a video explaining what, I've tried even as a nurse, this is how I am. When you get a diagnosis, like I got a diagnosis, I didn't want to research it. I didn't want to research it because it was the same thing when I had Yersinia and I was so sick. I made the mistake of doing some research about what was going on with my liver and the prognosis was so poor. And it really takes your eyes off of trusting the Lord. And I'm like, I'm not going down that road with the multiple myeloma. I'm not doing it. I'm just trusting that the Lord has it. He's got it. He's going to remove all those proteins, that simmering multiple myeloma, MGUS protein stuff in me, and he's going to keep me healthy and keep me from getting full-blown multiple myeloma cancer, the cancer, because it gets full-blown and you can die. And I didn't want to read about that. So, you know, that's my walk, that's my journey. But, I'm always about, despite your circumstances, you got to find joy. So I got to do this update because I'm waiting on my results. I sent out my hair sample and all that for the Balanced Health scan. I really want to talk about that because I really spent a lot of time talking to Samantha and about her company and her scan. A lot of people now are sending away for the scan too, and I think that's great. This is just an alternative method to look at your overall health, finding areas that you may really be missing, that your conventional doctor and lab tests may be missing, that you can improve on, right? Who doesn't want to improve on their health? So there's all of that I have to update, but as the winds are changing here, so is my circumstances, and unfortunately, they're not good. I have footage on what's going on with my living conditions. I can't live in my camper. It's not a roach problem anymore. It's not fleas. I had fleas. I didn't have fleas. The dogs had fleas. But I'm gonna bring you around front here. I moved this camper from over here last week. And when we moved it, a whole bunch of water came off of here. I thought it came off of the roof, and my niece is like, "Whoa, you got a lot of water coming out of your front end." Well, it wasn't coming off of the roof. It was coming out of my camper, out of the front end. This is my home, and it was upsetting because my brother came out here and he took the strips off, and all of this was filled with water. All of this. I would touch it and it was sloshing. I've got footage of it. And then we kept looking more and more, and then this week we were pressing on here, and water was coming out of here. So my brother says you got to cover up the whole thing. Oh, and the front window was leaking. So all of this front end was filled with water. Now you got to remember, this is my home. I got no place else to go. This is my home. I mean, I'm staying here at my brother's place, but praise the Lord, I'm parked here. And he's got an extra camper, and he says you can stay in there, but yeah, it's upsetting. So, what ended up happening is, I'll turn on the light here. I took the cushions out, and I'll show you the pictures. see, everything was covered with black mold. Um, I don't know where else the black mold is. I don't know. Um, I started, I kind of freaked out and I started tearing everything out in the front here. And I did go a little overboard because I got down right to the structural part of my RV, and everything was saturated, everything was rotted. Um, this has been this leak, my brother said, probably was here for a long time, and no one knew about it. You just don't, my friends who gave me the RV and they prayed over it. I still feel that the Lord wants me in this RV, that He's going to keep me safe. I just have to get it fixed somehow. So I tore everything out. I painted everything with Kills. I cleaned up the black mold with vinegar. But the other issue still is, I don't know what's underneath the overhang, how much mold is underneath there, how much black mold could be in there. I have a problem with this back window still leaking. It leaks down the wall. So I'm not tearing apart that wall. I refuse. I painted it with mold kills. My brother said we can probably fix that problem, and that's been leaking for a while. My friends knew about that, and they had it even fixed at the RV place. Apparently that's been a long-term leak. And the other thing is, I didn't know if I could, once I saw the black mold, I knew I couldn't stay in here. So I bought a mold kit, and the mold kit, yeah, great kit, but you got to send it away and you got to pay money to get it sent to the lab. It was like $40, and I'm like, let me just put the petri dish out here and see what grows from the air. Well, I'll show you the picture of what was growing just in the first couple days. So I'm kind of stuck right now. I just don't know what's going to happen. The RV it's got a great chassis. It only has 62,000 miles on it, so it's a great runner. But I even foresaw not driving all over the United States with this RV. Once I started living in here, I could see that this really is my home. This is my house. It's a blessing. And I need to get it fixed. So I guess I'm just sharing with you this update so you know what's going on. But also the fact that despite all of this, the Lord still is taking care of me. I've had some really wonderful things happen while I've been here. Just the other day, my niece, who, she doesn't know what her relationship with the Lord is right now. She's 32, and she came up to me and she said, I'm so glad you're here. She said, thank you for just spending all the time with Sophia. She says, you're such a good influence. And she says she needs a woman like you in her life. She says, I can tell my daughter is doing better. Apparently she got in trouble a couple days ago. I knew about it. And her mom brought her back. And I told Sophia, it's not good what you did. And my niece Rachel said, that day, at the end of the day, she apologized to me. And I brought her back over to her friend's, Rachel's friend's place. And she apologized to him too. And she said, and Sophia was sincere about it. She says she's never been like that before. She's never done that before. And she really thanked me. She says, it's really good that you're here. I see a change. And she says, it's helping my relationship with my daughter. And she says, you're even making a difference with my dad. So, in spite of my home being filled with black mold, The Lord has me parked here for a reason. And I think the reason why I share is so that you understand that no matter how bad things get, there's always hope, there's always purpose. Satan will always thwart the plan of what the Lord has for us. He'll always try to thwart the plan. He knows where to attack us. Roaches, fleas. Now I've got black mold. It's my sanctuary, it's my home, it's my place of peace. And Satan comes to rob, kill, and destroy. And I don't blame everything on Satan, but we also have to recognize our enemy. And God has a plan for all of us. He has a plan for me being here. There's a season now in my life that is going on where He wants me to be here. He wants me to be here. And I'm not going anywhere right now because I can't, first of all. But you see the beauty that's still being awakened from my presence here. And I'm not here to save anybody. I'm not here to fix anybody. I'm just here to be a light and be a source and show people what it's like to have the Lord. And even my niece said, I told her, I said, I have great joy in my life. I said, look, I don't have a place to live. I said, look at my camper. I'm 50-some years old. What do I got? I said, I got Jesus. And she says, yeah. She says, I see that. You're amazing. So it makes a difference with other people and how we handle our circumstances. And if we can handle them with grace and with joy, and look at all this, and even though, yeah, I'm weepy, because it is upsetting, I still have such great peace. And I just know the Lord will take care of it. He brought me the camper. It's my home. He'll take care of it. He brought me here. There's purpose to being here. He'll take care of it. His will be done. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay. That is, here's my juice. I'm still trying to juice. That's the one thing that's kind of been hard, and I just did a video on this. Is trying to keep up with taking care of myself, because I got a lot on my plate. The dehumidifier, you won't believe this. I've taken out 2 or 3 big containers of water. Huge containers of water. So that's the update, and everything else around here I try to overlook, because when I came here it was very overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, things that are falling apart, and it can be really difficult when you're so overwhelmed with all of this. I mean, there's just a lot here, but this is the camper that he's letting me stay in. Praise the Lord, he has this, so at least I get to sleep in here, and it's nice. I mean, look, I got a bed. Look at that, and my little computer's over there. I'm not, winter's going to be coming, so there's going to be an issue. Going to be an issue with staying in a camper. If I had mine, I could get it all insulated, and I've had some lovely people send me some reflective stuff that will help keep it warm. But I gotta find just a permanent place for winter, just over winter right now. But I gotta get that RV fixed. And Mario, you are the most awesomest dog in the world. He's doing really good. His flea issue, he had fleas. If you follow me on Instagram, his fleas are gone now, right? We got you flealess. Well, I've given you too many of these today. Do you want to bury that? No, he says it's probably going to be time for lunch. Right, honey? Yes, and you're doing good. He's been limping a little bit, so I put him on we put you on fish oil, right? And I've been giving you some turmeric. We love our Mario. If anybody wants to send Mario some turmeric and fish oil or anything for his joints, please do, because he's like having a child. He's like having a child, so I never say no to anything anybody sends me for Mario, because Mario's upkeep. Oh, Mario's upkeep. Your upkeep can be a little expensive, right, honey? Ready? Let's do a trick. Should we say sit, 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 sit? There you go. Foot. There you go. Ready? Sit, sit, sit. Mario, sit, sit, down, down, down. Mario, down. Bang. Good job. There we go. Okay, with that, we'll end on a good note. Mario's tricks. All right, so that's the update. We're all good. Beautiful things are happening here. But I just wanted to update you today. What is today? I think today's Monday. Is today Monday? Monday, Tuesday? Beginning of the week. Fall is in the air. Pray. Pray. If you want to pray, pray for that RV in my home, okay? That would be wonderful. And if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm all ears, because I don't know where the rest of the mold is. That whole end underneath that overhang was full of water. If you have any suggestions, my brother is not capable at this point of really doing a lot of helping me, so I'm kind of in a pickle. I really need a man or a woman, somebody to help physically put that thing back together. But suggestions are welcome. That's why I always love you guys, because when I present some of my issues, you always have great suggestions. And we'll give you an update on the whole health and scan. And I have an appointment 2 more weeks from now with the oncologist, and we'll know more. I have great hope that things are really good in my body. All right. I love you guys. God bless.